All of you have set out on the journey towards Phandalin. The road stretches before you, winding through rolling hills and dense woodlands. The air carries scents of pine and damp earth. It's the kind of smell that clings to your cloak after days on the road. The region of Phandalin, a town that barely has begun clawing its way back to prosperity, rests not too far off, nestled in the foothills of the Sword Mountains. You've heard whispers. It's a place of hope and hardship where miners, farmers, and merchants all struggle to carve a future out of the ruins of an older, long forgotten past. You've each found your way here, drawn by different paths. Perhaps a call to adventure, a job with hefty pay promised by a wealthy patron, a chance to forge your own destiny in a land where power shifts like the winds, or perhaps answering a call of different sorts. But as you continue your journey, there's this sense, almost a weight, just at the edge of your mind. Something that lingers at the edges of ordinary. The wind carries whispers of strange happenings, dark omens casting their shadow over the land. There's a shift taking place, and something or someone is watching. Whether you are here for gold, knowledge, a calling, or a fresh start, fate has brought you on this journey. In the days ahead, your choices will shape the course of history that no one, in a way that no one understands. Welcome to the Shattered Obelisk. We'll start here. Okay. Bliss. Having been traveling for some time, your mission, your calling, fresh at the forefront of your minds. You haven't seen too many people on the road with you, neither coming or going the same direction that you are. What sort of things have you been doing to pass the time during your journey?
So, do I have the my so quite a bit before I answer the question? Do I have the was it that the Kenku? Is that critter still with me, or did I like get rid
Would
of the
you
Kenku?
would you have brought him with you, or would you have stowed him away someplace safe?
I Yeah. All right. So that I've delivered the Kenku. Okay. All right. I will answer the question now. Sorry.
Okay, I was gonna say it's entirely up to you. You have not yet found the group that he has told you about.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. All right.
that.
That's what I was trying. That's what I was trying
Okay.
at. So I have
Okay.
not found the group that I. Okay. Yeah. So
Correct.
then I have the Kenku with me. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bliss has been journeying uh, towards Phandalin, and on the road encountered a an orphaned Kenku who seemed to have been left by the side of the road um, during a possible attack on a caravan that the young Kenku was traveling with. And Bliss has taken it upon himself to escort that helpless creature into Phandalin. The creature had a token with it indicating the merchant party that it may have been associated with, and Bliss is going to try to bring that critter, that little guy or girl, into the city and return it to its people.
So spending time watching over and comforting and bonding with almost with the Kenku.
Yes, and Bliss would have been comforting the Kenku, trying to uh, trying to explain that this cat is not eating the bird. Um, but no, but comforting the Kenku child and offering reassurance that all will turn out well.
Upon your first meeting with this Kenku child, um, they were very hesitant and very scared. Obviously, your size and stature is much greater than theirs, and they had been through a very traumatic event. But with your calm aura and presence and the way you have spoken with them, um, after a little bit of time, they have warmed up to you and are incessant as long as you allow it for most of the journey to be carried. The chances that the Kenku is not being carried, it would walk quickly, almost running to keep pace with you, as your stride is much bigger than theirs. Um, and
Bliss
what was that?
will say, "Well, well, hello there, little one. What may I pick you up and carry you
Ah! Up! Up! Please!
up?" Why, of
Up!
course.
And the
And
little
Bliss will
wings reach out towards
flick up
you.
the Kenku and set the Kenku gently, like kind of piggyback on his shoulders, kind of holding the legs.
um, Initially, the child is quiet. You can hear every once in a while a little bit of a cooing as it rumbles from the throat. Um, but as it gets more comfortable, it does begin to kind of preen you and groom you a bit and will become much more relaxed, looking out and, oh, dear! And pointing out the different wildlife and asking questions, things of that sort. And then,
Well, what can I what can I call you, little one? Do you have a name?
Layla! It says.
Layla. What a lovely name.
What's your name? Ah!
Bliss. You can call me Bliss.
Bliss!
Yes, indeed.
um, During the travel, when you need to stop and rest, Layla is on high alert, still nestled as close to you as she can be. Um, at any kind of indication of anyone or anything else around, crunching of foliage, snapping of sticks or branches, or if you, the occasional stranger passing ways, um, she kind of, if she is on you, would kind of try and bury herself into your fur or your garb as much as possible. And you would feel her kind of shaking a bit in fear. If you guys are resting and she's hopped off and is kind of pattering around, any kind of noise would send her flying right back to you.
Well, if when so Bliss has these orange monk robes, and sort of Shaolin style monk robes, and if the Kenku wants to sort of tuck into the sort of like the breast flap, I don't know what you would call that.
That works. Yeah, and she absolutely
Of the monk robe.
would.
All right, yeah, to totally nestled in there, um, and because Bliss is familiar with all of the animal kin races, so he knows um, Kenku's tendency to imitate sounds. So when we stop to camp, Bliss will play little melodies on his hang drum and try to teach them to Layla.
I like that. Please give me a quick performance check. And that will be under the skills tab on your character sheet. and you'll see the skill, and then to the right of that, you'll see a box with a plus, and then whatever the modifier is, you'll double click that.
All right. And oh goodness.
Beautiful. The first roll of the campaign is a natural 20.
Sweet.
That is amazing.
That's
That
fine.
is
You
amazing.
bless this campaign. We all get a point of inspiration, right, Dion?
Damn. Here, I'm gonna drop in the chat a little audio file of what that sounds like.
Beautiful.
Let's see here. I'm gonna have to copy this from over here. One second.
I was gonna say, I think I have it saved. Let me see. Maybe I saved it somewhere else. But yeah, I want to add that to our playlist for you. And she will absolutely mimic that. She is not performing quite as well as you are, so it's a little off key, a little off beat. But she's trying her damnedest and is enjoying this time with you. And then, go ahead.
Oh, I just said awesome.
And then, of course, as time goes on, she will hopefully get better.
Sorry to interrupt. Were you guys listening to the audio?
I'm sharing my stream and the channel.
Okay.
And then I think I have this pinned in our messages. Let me go back.
I found it.
Okay.
It took me a minute. It was on my D&D Beyond character sheet.
I didn't even see this.
Okay, I'm going to put it in the channel.
Thank you. And then I'll play it on my stream as well.
There we are.
So that people viewing can hear it.
Nice.
I love that so much. And when she's sure that the coast is clear, that there's no other eyes around, no threats, she kind of dances around, not frantically or crazily, but very, very childlike. And I can't even try that. I'm not even going to attempt to Kenku this and match that vibe. But she is at least keeping up with you, even if she is slightly off key or out of tune.
Awesome.
Beautiful. So we will put a pin into that. And real quick, because you're the first one, do you want to give a description of Bliss so as you all kind of meet, they'll have an idea of who it is that they are meeting?
Yeah, so Bliss is a big, fluffy, floofy tabaxi monk. He stands about maybe 5'7", but 240 pounds. I'm not going to convert that to kilograms.
That's fine. That's a big boy.
Although, when you look at him, it's not entirely clear how much is floof and how much is body under there. But he's got that sort of big man dexterity, where those guys who are big but also nimble. He kind of has that vibe, and he just has a very mellow and relaxed presence. He loves to play his hang drum when he's just sort of chilling out, or if it's not appropriate to be playing music, he has a ball of yarn that he kind of fiddles with and makes like the little cat's cradle type of thing. Is constantly fidget. So he's either playing the drum with his hand or fidgeting with this ball of yarn. But other than that, has a very mellow and relaxed presence.
favor? I'm making the tokens large for stream so we can get a good view of the character arts. Thomas.
Hello.
Hi. Having woken up from your dream and set out from Neverwinter, hearing the whispers of the hired hand opportunity, and paying no mind to that as your mission was clear, you begin to head east from Neverwinter. Initially, there's quite a bit of traffic on the outskirts of the town. You've come to learn that this is a very popular and highly populated hub, so to speak. But as you've continued traveling, it's become much more secluded. Hearing the occasional distant caws of ravens. What would you be doing during your travel time? Is there anything that you would do to pass the time?
Avoiding people on the road, but sticking by it. Maybe robbing people if I...
Okay. So we're sticking more to the tree lines, just on the inside of the tree line next to the road.
I didn't hurt anyone though. Okay. And I asked politely at first. They declined. So,
Go ahead and give me. So if you're
Okay.
confronting them, go ahead and give me an intimidation check, followed by a sleight of hand.
Nice.
that actually rolling here?
Do you have
So
watermelon?
on the skill tab of your character sheets, where the skill is to the right of that, you'll see the
Intimidate.
Yes, and you'll double click that box with the number.
Oh.
Okay,
40.
not terrible, and we're just doing a generic roll. With your size and stature, most of the people who you approached you kindly ask for their possessions and money. Either
I'm not taking their money, just some food.
they either
I'm a little rabbit boy.
Okay, so you're trying to go that route rather than the intimidating?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead and give me persuasion then.
Okay. Persuasion. Oh, apparently I'm
Very
much more
nice.
persuasive.
Yes.
Rolling,
Okay.
rolling.
Oh, sweet, dude.
Yeah, very nice. You guys are killing it on the roll so far. So the people that you do encounter and give them the Puss in Boot eyes, the big puppy dog eyes. Seeing your size and stature, how could something so small and frail even stand a chance to fend for themselves? Of course. So your travel will be covered as far as food goes, food and drink, by good Samaritans passing ways with you. So all of your rations and stuff are still there for a later day.
Say I'm on a pilgrim. Thank
What is your passive? Oh, of course. We haven't seen many people heading this way, so depending on how far it is that you're going, you may need more, and they will give you 3 more rations to add to your inventory. On top
most-
of what it is that they feed you.
Truly is one of the most generous things. The gods will look down and say,
Please give me well, actually, you would hear it. Bliss, as you are continuing to travel with Layla in the breast of your garbs, she's squawking away at you and occasionally doing a musical her variation of a musical duplication. Thomas, you hear another caw coming from ahead in the distance. It sounds different than the ones you've heard previously. And Bliss, are you walking openly in the road, my dear?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
Thomas.
like, Layla's singing and stuff. I'm not going to try to hide.
Perfect. Thomas, you hear the squawking and cawing and some other sounds that seem a little off to you. As you kind of poke your head out of the tree line, you see a large figure in bright orange garbs, which appears to be where the is coming from.
Oh yes. Perfect more travelers too. Rats. I approached the man in religious garb. Well, hello. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Here, go ahead. After you.
Oh, well, you're certainly polite. Couldn't help it over here. What is that? That's a unique looking fellow you have by your side.
Why, yes. Yes, it is. This is Layla.
Layla!
And Bliss. Who are you, might I ask?
I'm Thomas. I'm traveling. Yes.
We are traveling as well. To Fandolin. To Fandolin.
Vandalith. You know, I'm heading that way too. You seem like a big guy could take care of himself. Do you mind if I joined you?
I would love to have another member of this year menagerie.
Layla pokes her head out and gives a very loud "Ah!" before ducking back into the robes.
Well commented to, yeah. So.
Well, Mr. Thomas, what brings you on this road?
I'm going on a pilgrimage. A job, really, I should say, actually.
Oh, a pilgrimage. Or job? A job pilgrimage.
A little bit of both.
I'm gonna insight check that.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Eight.
Bliss believes you.
Yes. Also, before I forget, all of you have started with an inspiration. Those of you who are dirty, nasty humans, you also start with your heroic inspiration. Yeah, I'm looking at you. So I will go ahead and add that as well. Sorry to interrupt. Continue.
Why are you heading here, by the way?
Well, I encountered this little one on the road, and she seems to have gotten separated from her caravan. So I'm going to try to bring Layla into the city and see if we can reunite her with her people.
A good Samaritan, my favorite kind of people.
Well, I do my best.
It's better than most, I can tell you that. It will be a
true.
pleasure to join you. Are you well rationed?
Well, I think we have enough provisions for the time being.
Me too.
Are you hungry, little one?
Not currently, no.
Ah, all right.
Thomas, do you want to give a brief description of what your character looks like? And then we will move move to another part of the Tribord Trail?
Well, Thomas is 3'7", 33 years old, has a white nose with a blonde brown hair. Oh dear, I can see the dice rolling.
You're good.
Yeah, it's a short fella. Tries to come off very polite as he can, but always looking around, a bit shifty, like observing people, like like he doesn't feel comfortable.
I love these characters. Give me just a moment.
Okay.
Okay.
So is, go on.
Go ahead. You're okay. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna kibitz while if you were doing family stuff, but let's move forward. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. And it's Karin, correct? I'm gonna butcher that.
Karan, yeah.
Karin, okay. Also having set out from Neverwinter, also having heard the people looking for escort, but quickly turning a blind eye and ear to that as you... Where would you have put your letter, by the way? Would you have held on to that?
Yeah, that would have gone straight into my pouch.
The weight of the letter, metaphorically, is almost palpable. As you set out, you also see that the further you get from Neverwinter, the thinner the numbers of people that you pass becomes. Is there anything that you would be doing to pass the time during your travel alone?
Loudly complaining to myself about just how far I have to walk. This is not a body that enjoys exercise. And now that there's nobody here, I can just keep on complaining to myself. Complaining about these rocks, complaining about those trees, complaining about the lack of trees and how there's sunlight on me now.
I love him so much. As you continue to gripe and groan and bitch and complain, every once in a while there is a stray traveler or adventurer who gives you strange looks as they pass. And you can't help but notice, even if you were to stop complaining to yourself as they drew near, they kind of give a wide berth as they pass you, and you can feel their eyes watching until you are far enough away that they feel more comfortable. The silence between your grumblings is not silent. It feels watchful. You see the tendrils in the peripheral of your vision kind of streaking out and weaving into a path in front of you, continuously flowing. The blue sky is almost muted with these specks, I will call them for now. And you can feel the hum radiating through you as that flow continues. Just ahead in the distance, there appears to be something new to complain about. As you see two figures walking down the road, the same direction that you are. A loud and potentially annoying caw coming out every once in a while, kind of shattering the silence between. You notice that the flow of your specs, rather than continuing to ebb and flow and reconvene back together, almost begin to pull down the road towards these two figures.
Well, there's no reason not to trust that. So I will head towards them and quit my audible groaning.
Beautiful. Let me see what your passives are. So you are 13. You are 14. Are you moving quietly at all, or just a person on an?
I don't have the energy to be moving quiet anymore.
Okay.
I've been moving for more than 5 minutes. I need to sit down.
I feel like your character is my spirit animal.
At the moment, my character is me.
It's a little bit tiring.
Bliss and Thomas, you hear a distant voice that quickly goes silent, and you hear. I imagine you kind of like shuffling your feet begrudgingly as you're walking. Would you say that that's accurate?
Almost all the time, yes.
Beautiful. So you hear that voice silence and the shuffling of movement behind you. Layla hears it as well and kind of pokes up from out of your robes and starts looking over your shoulders, and squawks a little quieter. Tells you, "Listen," before burrowing back into your garb.
So Bliss would, I think maybe like what one ear would sort of pivot a little bit towards the sound, but otherwise would just sort of keep walking and see if the person catches up or yeah.
Thomas, on the other hand, moves his hand towards his towards his sword.
So you do see, and from
And
the
shit like turns around.
so you do see the Harengon as he reaches towards his hip for the blade and turns back and.
Can I do this in a subtle way?
Oh,
Is that
you
okay?
absolutely. Give me a sleight of hand.
It's more flavor, really, but
absolutely. Give me a sleight of hand.
Right. I'm not necessarily going to attack. I'm just like suspicious.
Be at the ready. I respect it.
Wrong one.
Double click it.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm doing wrong.
Okay, with a 21 against your passive. So unless you would be actively watching them,
Yeah.
card, then we'll use your passive. You would be oblivious to this, but you do notice that they do not slow or stop for you in your approach at all.
Are they just a traveler, do you think, Bliss?
Well, what do they look like?
Character description.
Hey, that's one way to do it. Like it.
I mean, as I've given the impression, this is a very tired-looking person. Permanent bags under their eyes. They don't look like they've had a proper sleep in about 10 years. Even their hair, permanent bed head, just ginger hair, just sprayed. They don't really care too much about their appearance, not experience. Pretty sort of bland and basic traveler's clothes as well. Nothing like that really. It's not that they have the appearance that they're trying to blend in, but they could probably blend in pretty well if they needed to. They're just a very sort of plain and common looking person, barring the resting bitch face and absolute lack of energy. But if they're not particularly slowing down, I guess I'll I'll give a small sort of, speed up just to try and catch up to them, seeing as though I'm vaguely pulled towards them, so it seems like the most sensible thing to do.
Okay.
And does Bliss notice these moats? Are those like visible to everybody or just to you?
I would assume not at the minute.
Yeah.
Not unless I'm actively doing stuff.
Okay, all right. So you're not like preceded by like a trail of glitter or something.
I am not that edgy. Yeah.
I just say, this guy, after taking a little glance back and noticing he's hurrying up, I don't think he's a threat.
Well, he certainly looks sleepy.
Yeah. Maybe he needs the ration, huh?
Yeah, that's a good thought.
Yeah.
And so as the bedhead gentleman kind of pulls up alongside us, Bliss will kind of put his like a big paw over Layla to kind of comfort her a little bit. And about how tall is Charon?
Good question. I cannot remember. He's about 5'9".
5'9".
What
Okay,
was he?
so Bliss will look up a little bit because Bliss is a few inches shorter than that, and say, well, good day to you. How are you doing today?
He's just going to pause for a few seconds, just to give Bliss enough chance to look at his face and answer his own question. Before just going, completely
Quiet.
fine. It's a lovely day, isn't it? Shielding his eyes from the sun again and really fighting to complain outwardly. Judging by your direction that you're traveling, I'd assume you're heading in the same place that I am. Fandolin?
Why, yes, that would be our destination.
I don't suppose it would be too much trouble if I were to travel alongside you then. I mean,
Bliss will
nothing's happened on the road so far, but safety in numbers and all that.
Bliss will kind of sigh and go, well, the party's growing. Sure, let's walk together. And my name is Bliss, and this here, as he kind of pats his breast pocket, and this little one here is Layla. Who are you?
Taran.
Karan.
Yes.
Layla, can you say Karan?
She pokes just the beak of her face out and very softly, Karen.
We'll work on it. Nice to meet you, Karan.
Nice to meet you too.
Well
And you,
supplied,
my
I think.
short furry fellow?
Tomas. I hope you're well supplied.
I'm about enough.
Why are you so tired? If you don't mind me asking, of course.
I just never sleep well.
Well, I'm pretty tired too. Could you give me a piggyback? And then gives you a little eyes. Please.
I appreciate how strong you think I am, but I am not a physically capable person.
Well, you
I
just...
could give you a piggyback, but we might arrive after nightfall tomorrow. That means no. And I carry on walking.
I didn't even give you a chance to roll a persuasion check. This is racist.
It's racially driven. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Think about it this way. You're trying to ask me to carry something, Steve.
All right, we got a little cosplay going.
No problem, Karen. Yeah, you joyful fella. You gotta turn around to Bliss and say.
Well, he does seem a little bit grumpy, but maybe he just woke up on the wrong side of the bed today.
I don't think he woke up today. This dude.
Well, Karin, what brings you to Phandalin?
We'll just say a letter.
Very mysterious.
Any feathers?
At the mention of
No
feathers,
involved.
Layla kind of trembles within your chest, Bliss.
No, just a regular letter in regular ink. And I'll just sort of like slightly tap my pouch at the...
Totally normal. Okay.
I know, right?
Valor. I'm saying that correct, right? Okay. Would you have been moving stealthily, or are you a bad bitch on a mission?
Definitely stealthily.
All right, go ahead and give me your stealth check, please. You guys are, I'm very impressed with
Oh my
the
god!
amazing rolls so
What
far.
did you roll? Holy shit.
A dirty 20. Dirty slutty 20.
Don't worry, I'll get the one eventually.
Knock on wood.
See, there's a low roll.
Yeah. It's alright, that's balance. Valor, having been traveling for a substantially longer period of time, navigating your way through the Neverwinter Woods. Let me bring this map up and share it with you guys. That's not the one. You guys should all be able to see that. Just ignore the pink writing because the maps that they put in here are like, let's tell everybody where everything is, and we're not doing that. It's quite impressive how somebody of your size and stature can move so gracefully. Your eyes keen on the floor of the woods. Scanning ahead, looking for the best places to step, avoiding fallen branches and sticks, avoiding stepping on any of the leaves or tripping over roots. You are silent and you are quick. Go ahead and give me a perception check really quick. And then is there anything that you would have been doing during your travel to pass time, or are we focused? 19.
Valor is heading as fast as he can, as stealthily as he can, towards his objective.
Beautiful. Just up ahead, you see a clearing, the edge of the tree line, and what looks to be a road. You hear voices carrying on a conversation. The words are unintelligible from this distance, but you do hear the voices, an occasional, somewhat muted squawk from Layla. As you continue drawing nearer, the figures start to come into view. They are continuing to head east on the trail. At this point, do you stick to the tree lines and stay hidden out of sight?
Probably, yes.
Beautiful. Are you keeping pace?
I'm trailing them. Yes, keeping pace while trailing them.
Trailing? Okay. How far behind would you trail?
Are they are they headed down
Yeah.
Tribord Trail? Like where? What road are we talking about?
Yes, on Tribar Trail. So looking
Okay.
at the map, and the map is a little bit different. The tree line is, the forestry is not as thick and as dense as you get closer to the trail, but there is still tree line and forestry there. So let me get the party token. Put that on here. Let me share that. A little bit further up. So you would be essentially coming out of, and again, there is forestry and foliage all around. It's just not as thick as it is in the Neverwinter woods. Would be roughly coming out over in this area.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably sticking back maybe 100 feet or so.
100 feet or so? Okay. Okay.
I'm trying to get a grasp of their vibes,
Alright, go ahead and roll insight
if
for
I can
me.
trust.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, hon.
Damn.
It's very hard to, and it may be
Balance the
the
force.
distance, but it's kind of hard to get a read on them. They don't appear aggressive, but your presence is also unknown.
Okay, I'm gonna Vayler's gonna continue just to kind of on the outskirts, maybe like a couple trees inward. Just keep on following them, like parallel to them.
Beautiful. Okay, so we will go with that. Francois.
He's
He's
currently.
AFK.
I think he went to go get some food, probably. I
Okay,
believe.
perfect. So we'll give him a minute.
I'm going back to the bathroom while he does that,
Okay,
if that's
sounds
okay.
good. Yeah, absolutely. Do we want to take a quick 5 real quick so you guys can handle that?
Probably literally be like a minute.
Okay. Okay.
These are my wife's pantyhose. I had to find
No
something
way.
quick.
You know what? Whatever works. Whatever works. That's pretty funny.
I'm not sure whether that's better or not better to know that.
I would have never guessed. It looked like it was actually like meant for the face cover.
Oh well.
I'm very amused though, so there is that. If you guys want to roleplay, and I'll give you guys an opportunity. Are you guys keeping your eyes and ears open for any other kind of movement or anything along the road as you travel, or are we feeling comfortable and safe?
I don't think I'd be comfortable or safe. I just can't be bothered. There's 2 other people around me now. They can do it.
That's fair.
Like Bliss has his, like I would say passive perception. Like he's attentive, but he's not, like on high alert.
Okay, then we will use passives if you guys are okay with that.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
That's always so annoying when that happens. And when you guys see me on my phone, I'm replying to player messages. I promise I'm not like sitting here texting my friends or anything. It's just with this, it messes things up, so it's just easier to.
I'm sorry, guys. Just had a slight emergency. All is good now. When it's in trouble, it's always women. We all know. I'm getting the finger now. It's okay.
Hey, yo, what?
Okay, so Valor, you continue to be unseen. You have been
Can I
continuing.
roll on that? I want to find this now.
Well, if you are actively like paying attention, then yeah, we can absolutely do that.
I am very suspicious.
Okay, that works. Eyes always on watch, head always on a swivel. Go ahead and roll perception for me, please.
You know, this is going to be a fail. Let's go. As if it was not a fail.
19 versus what was his? Go back to
Nice.
his stealth. I think his stealth was like a 19 as well.
I think it was a 20.
20.
It was a dirty
Uh,
20.
Yeah, yeah. So as your eyes scan the surrounding area, looking up and down the road and the tree line on either side of the road, you do not see or hear anybody. All is right with the world. There is nothing to see here.
You would
That's
feel a
almost
hunter's
two.
mark. You would feel a hunter's mark on your head though.
Are you
No, I'm
casting?
just kidding. I'm just
Okay.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
I
kidding.
was like,
This
if you.
man is actually starting something here.
No balls.
His little ears just go back. Um, Francois, my dear.
Dang,
having
we did.
Oui, madame.
having taken the job, receiving half of the payment up front and the promise of the remaining half, which actually I need to put that in your inventory now that I am mentioning that. Ba-doop-a-doop-a-doo. That puts you here. Not too bad for level 1.
If everyone got 25 gold in advance, I'm gonna feel offended.
I can promise you nobody else got 25 in advance. So as you awaken the next day, ready to set out, you are met by a shorter halfling man who is waiting expectantly down in the tavern area of the inn you are at. And he kind of spots you as you come downstairs. Are you the Francois guy that Silda told me about?
Francois, monsieur, Francois. That is how you pronounce it. Oui.
Tomato, tomato. Are you the guy?
Oui, oui.
Who's we? There's just one of you. Is there more? I thought it was just you.
No, it's just how you say yes. It's a different dialect, you understand.
No, I don't. But if you're the guy,
Uh,
then that's
Francois, I can see you don't understand. Oui.
yeah. Well, Silda set out, and he said that you were the only one who took the job, so I'm gonna give you the cart and the ox, and you're gonna take the gear, and you're gonna go meet him in Vandalin.
The cat?
The cart.
Francois.
Cart.
Oh, oui. Francois understands, yeah, oui. I thought you were saying cat because you are so fluent, you understand.
No, I still don't understand, but it's not my
Oui,
job. I don't get paid enough.
Oui.
Uh,
Francois, well, then leave if you have nothing else to tell me, little man.
I don't know what you just said, but I'll show you where the cart and the ox are. He is very dismissive and not intentionally rude. You get the impression that he's just kind of an asshole in general.
While I'm walking behind him, I spit on the ground. Like,
Nice.
I love it. So he leads you outside. You see that there is a large ox and a cart, or a cat. And in the back of the cart, so this is an opened cart, there is no top or cover. You see that there are a few crates that, where is this image, that have this crest on them. There are a couple of bags in the corners closest to the buckboard, the front of the cart. But all of the crates have this emblem, this sigil on it. He'll ask you, do you know how to get to the Fandolin? You know where you're going?
oui, d'accord. Yes. Yes,
Awesome.
sir.
Awesome. Well, you should already have your gold. I ain't got shit for you. So, good luck. Have fun. Bye. And and all that stuff. We.
Merci, monsieur, and I wish you all the happiness in your life.
Yeah, you too. Safe travels.
I spit again.
Damn.
Is there anything that you would do prior to jumping on and heading out?
Oh yes, Francois would, while he's traveling, he would hold a picture of his dear Esmeralda. As he's watching her and just remembering her smile, her audacity, the chemistry between them, and in his other hand, because he's so romantic, he would be holding also her panties that he stole from departing. So with an occasional whip and an occasional look to the picture, he would just remember the most beautiful moment.
I just imagined you holding the picture close to your heart and like waving the panties around. Oh god.
Surprised is the panties not even something else. Stains on their panties.
And your
Sorry.
your heart, your spirit, and your pants are all full with the memories and scent of Esmeralda.
I will.
Toast on.
Please give me an animal handling check.
No. I didn't know these pants were allowed, guys. I'm sorry.
They have a mind of their own.
I didn't know. Wait, animal handling. Sorry, I'm just trying to.
No, you're
I have
alright.
no bonuses. That's great.
You got this. There it is.
I got
See?
this.
You guys got
Sure.
this. You guys got this.
Doing it.
So even though handling animals is not your forte, not your strong suit, your confidence goes
He
a
knows
long
what forte
way.
means.
Well, there is one animal.
And you have no problem getting the ox to start heading out, and will have no problem navigating as you make your way to Phandalin. Would you be taking a normal pace? Would you be more lackadaisical, or are you in a hurry to get to Phandalin and get your gold?
I'm very relaxed. I just stole these panties, so they're fair.
I love it. My notes are always wild. I just wrote and like circled stolen panties.
Yes. There are some things not even the DM knows, no?
Beautiful. So your travel will be a bit quicker, but the memories and accessories help pass the time. Um, again, the traffic thins out greatly as you get further and further away from Neverwinter. The rest of you, as you are traveling, would hear the clopping of hooves and the slow turn of wagon wheels crunching the earth beneath it slowly begin to gain ground on you. Francois, you see up ahead in the trail a group of 3 people, not people, but 3 figures walking together down the road.
Oh, a card.
Do I also see the little stalker boy?
Go ahead and give me perception. The fucking
Oh, no.
stalker boy, I'm
Oh,
so
no.
sorry.
Oh, no.
We've come full circle.
Oh
This
no.
is stalking.
You do not.
Oh,
Because
man,
by
stalker boy.
definition, I'm just kidding, I'm so sorry. No.
By definition.
You do not see anybody in the tree line or anybody else on the trail. It
I am a
is-
busy man after all.
Yes.
I'm sniffing panties and just.
Yeah.
Hey, there's people down here. Oh, fine, I suppose I'll.
Go
Maybe I should
ahead.
wash these before I.
But
Please
you
pull some of
gotta
the clumps out.
you gotta keep that stank. That's how you remember.
It's a clubs. Oh, it's a clubs. No, don't shoot me.
When you guys get your traveling stripper group going, then you can like sell your fucking sweaty
Yes.
panties at the end of the show. Make some extra gold
Yes,
that way
imagine
too.
the merch. Imagine the merch, guys. Come on. So,
Go ahead and give a description and introduction of Francois as the others hear you're approaching.
got it, got it. So, as you can see him riding an ox, you can see a gentleman wearing, he has a three-piece suit. It's a little bit shabby, it's not ripped anywhere. It looks a little bit old, maybe oldish kind of, but it's never out of fashion. You've seen this kind of wear if you saw nobles wear them, for example. Of course, his is fake. You can see his top hat. He has this kind of small mustache under his nose. Also has a goatee, darker hair, blackish, brownish, something like that. And you can see his eyes kind of appearing grayish blue under that top hat as he's riding. And as he sees you, if you're walking in a group, Francois would definitely wave at you guys.
Oh, it looks like we've got more company. And turns around. Hello? Are you traveling too?
Oh, bonjour, bonjour, gentlemen. Yes, I am traveling to Fentelin, where you might be going.
Oh, enchanté, monsieur. Just down the road to the next town.
Oh, well, that is great. How much room do I have in this cart? In the back? Do I have room?
Yeah, it would be a tight fit, but there's some space between the crates and bags for a couple of bodies, and then of course seated atop the crates. And then
Okay.
there's a spot for another person up front with you,
Okay, okay.
if you were open to it.
I'll turn to them, to all of you, and I'll say, well, if you can fit behind in the cart, we can go together, no?
I'm already climbing on the car.
Oh, there is safety in numbers, you know how they say. Wait. Yeah.
More importantly, I can sit down.
Wait, young monsieur over there. Very tired.
Always. I've just put my back down and I'm just sitting down looking exhausted.
I don't know him.
Of course. Upon, je m'appelle François Pelletier.
Oh. My name is Thomas. And can I hop on the horse, actually?
You want to hop on the ox?
On the ox, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a quick animal handling.
Oh, okay, that's probably a bad idea.
Francois
I can jump.
slows
I
the
can
car
jump.
over. You want to
I
jump
can
on?
jump very well, just so you know. Yeah, that was maybe a mistake.
Okay. You are able to use your jump to get on, but the ox begins to kind of jerk around at the at the surprise of from his perspective being ambushed.
Can I use animal handling to calm the ox as he's attempting that?
Yeah,
Okay, real quick. So you're wanting to help calm the ox, and then what were you saying, Thomas?
I was going to say I could see that the animal is disturbed, and I barely got the jump, so I was going to use like maybe performance to then sort of hop over to basically over to Francois.
Okay, absolutely. And then Francois, what are you doing to help kind of calm the ox?
I have the ropes, right, that are kind of tied to the ox, I would imagine. Yeah,
Okay.
well, just like that. I would try to counter wherever he's moving. You know, he's going left, I go right. He goes right.
All right.
and
Go ahead.
Bliss will aid in the animal handling check. Bliss will will be like, that's all right there, big boy. It's okay.
So with the help and everything from everybody right now, and just to clarify, are you giving a guidance, Bliss?
No, I'll help with the check. I was
Okay.
going to try to do something else with the guidance, but I couldn't make the roll happen. So we'll
Okay.
cross that bridge when we get to it.
Okay. Then I will give you the advantage, and you can roll animal handling again.
Do I need to roll as well for the ox?
No, because you've rolled really well to establish that relationship and bond. So you're good on that.
Yeah, I did those.
What was that?
How do you roll with an advantage on this?
So at the bottom left, that's a good question. Sorry, at the bottom left of the screen where the dice are, just to the left of that, you'll see there's 6 little hexagons. The top left says ADV. Click that and then roll your animal handling.
ADV, yeah. Got it. Animal handling's at the top. It's A. Ah, there you go.
That dirty 20. Okay, so with a little help from your friends like the Beatles, you pretty much nail this. Do you want to add any flair with your little?
Well,
Cottontail.
since though I'm like jumping from the ox now onto Francois.
Okay. Okay.
Because I realized I freaked the ox out.
So this would negate that. So they were
okay.
yeah
In that
yeah
case.
yeah.
Oh, you're landing right next to me, right?
Oh, no, actually, I was going to figure it's funny if I landed on you.
That would be roll animal handling for Francois. Yeah. So essentially, because he was helping kind of calm and correct the oxen when you were jumping, and then you got the help action from Bliss as well, and then getting to roll it with advantage, that negates the 5 that scared the hell out of the ox. So you would be able to ride the ox now instead if you would like.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll ride you. It's
Okay, beautiful.
As all of that happens, 2 minor illusions. First, the doves, the spread behind him, and the second is the sound of an applause.
They're all holding sign cards that say like 9 and 10.
Oh yeah, 9 out of 5, yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, I'd like to thank Francois and Bliss for your handling of the situation. It really made me come back. And the first half, I didn't have it, but the second half, I brought it back, baby. Let's go. Oh, and Jesus.
Always.
Takes a village, little one.
It certainly does. And speaking of little one, as you guys are all boarding the cart, is everybody getting on, by the way?
Yeah, Bliss will hop on the cart.
Okay.
Do I
Layla.
see the kanku? Sorry. Do I see the kanku?
She pokes her head out. So what you would see initially on this large, fluffy guy is a little bit of a fluffier spot, so to speak. And it's kind of hard to distinguish as he's moving. Like, is that part of him? Is he hiding something? Is it a tumor? Like, what is it? But then you do see the head of the Kinku child poke out and kind of look around, and she says, "Kart!" And then she looks over to Karin and says, "Karen!" And then burrows herself back into the robe.
Oh, kanku! Magnifique! Little one, what is her name?
It's okay. You can answer.
She'll poke herself out until all you see is the beak and just the beady eyes. Everything else is still very much concealed within Bliss's robes. Layla!
Leila, magnifique! Leila, can you repeat this? And I use minor illusion to the sound of a lock being lockpicked.
Ooh. We're going to see how well she does with this. My reflection of it may not actually... Okay, 16. So she does it very, very well. Now, whether I do or not is a different story. But you would hear...
Oh, c'est magnifique! Oh, you are most welcome. Please, about.
There's a little bit of frill from her feathers, but she's you would know this, Bliss, that she's kind of excited by that, but still very unsure.
I'll pet the little bird.
Ah. So,
Okay.
let's see if I can do this. I'm testing my Fantasy Grounds savvy here. Hang on. Now I'm gonna click this. Oh, huh.
Okay, insight.
Oh, it did it.
It
Oh no, it didn't do it. So I wanted to give myself guidance on an insight check and see. Oh no, it did. So that's the 1. Is that right? So the
So let's see. Let me see your
In the
character
log.
sheet real quick.
So just I would just roll an extra d4 after
Yeah,
it, and
yeah.
then
Roll
just
the
add 'em.
d4 manually, and you can drag and drop the d4 from the bottom. Yeah.
okay. All right. I tried to do that before and it didn't quite. It was a 1 also. Wait. So Bliss would like to insight check Francois
Okay.
to see if his invitation for us to join him on the cart is genuinely kind-hearted or whether he seems to be hiding an ulterior motive.
Okay. With an 8, and Francois, of course, you can interject or correct at any point. But with an 8, so this is somebody that you've just met. You don't have a basis of comparison for the way they normally interact or carry themselves. You don't know their tales or any kind, like what their indicators are for distruth or lying or anything. I think what you would get with an 8 is this is someone who is excited to have travel companions, especially one of them being a Kenku who can mimic the sound from his minor illusion. And that he seems genuine, maybe a little eccentric, but very genuine in the offer to help escort you to Phandalin.
All right.
I'm sorry, guys, but Legoshi's camera froze for me like this.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
what
saw
happened?
it too. Actually, it was like you could see it.
Wait, you could see what?
It was in my eyes. The pain in his eyes. I love how light it is. It looks like I'm about to like get vaporized.
You're a
Sorry.
lizard, Harry.
Oh no!
Not.
Every time he's in danger, I'm imagining this image now. That's it.
I
Oh,
love
nice.
it.
So.
I love the blurred background, but I have so much like cool, funny stuff. Like all my plushies. Like I've got my plush dick back here. It has to be shared with the world.
That's fair.
Otherwise, I would use the blur too. I love it. Valor, does this change anything for you?
If they're starting to leave fast, like at like a quicker pace, I will come out, or Valor will come out of the forest and maybe hey, you there, hold up.
Man, who the fuck is this?
He's trying to rob us.
So,
To deliver today, sir.
from what we spoke about earlier, Valor, do you have your blade drawn?
Yes, my short sword. You do see. Okay, so basically, you guys see a imposing Goliath. He's 8 foot tall, basically. He's broad, battle hardened frame, weighing 300. Like he's a big, buff dude.
The
Beefy
big
boy.
He has ashen gray skin. You can see some ritualistic scars, kind of on his head. Across, I'm on his arms, and you can see some storm gray eyes. Maybe not from that distance, but they seem to pierce right through you. He's trying to like look into the depths of your soul. Do you see a bloodstained mask and around it a well-trimmed beard? And you do see. Did I say bloodstained?
Mm-hmm.
You do
You
see
did.
some trickle of blood on his mask. Like this dude is definitely like, he's. I would imagine you guys would be freaked out.
How
seeing him,
far away are you?
He's probably about 60 feet now. when
He
he
had
called
been
out.
100 and closed the gap. So just to kind of set the scene, the tone a little bit, you guys have all kind of come across each other on this road. Oh, hey, what a weird coincidence. We're all going to the same place. Hey, now we've got a ride. Let's get going. And then this big, beefy motherfucker with a bloody mask and blood coming down his face, wielding a short sword, comes out of the fucking tree line and is like, hey, stop.
Yeah. And is there a tree next to the cart?
There's the tree line. You guys are probably like 10 feet from the tree line, so 10 feet within.
I can jump as a 30. Like, how can I jump that far?
Look on your skills. I reckon it's
I don't need money hop, right?
So with your abilities,
You should have some crazy jump. Herangons and
yeah, your
drums have
rabbit
crazy
hop.
jump.
Yeah.
So as a bonus action, you can
Sure.
jump a number of feet equal to 5 times your proficiency bonus without attacks of opportunities.
This is so hot. Gotta get rid of this thing.
Can I jump up into the tree line then?
Yeah, absolutely.
I jump up immediately after seeing this what I perceive to be a threatening display, and draw my short bow, but I'm not shooting him.
Like
I'm
loading
just-
and readying it essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Can I do? Is it like as a way I could roll to see if I don't get spotted? Because I go so nimbly.
You can give me a. I guess if you're trying to be unseen, you can roll a stealth for it. It's going to be a really high DC because you are like in the middle of the road and he's very big and coming like looking at the lot of you. So you can absolutely try it.
Yeah.
No, he's sitting in front with me, right? So he would be covered by the people in the back.
I've
Sure.
been tracking you the whole way.
Yeah, but you might not. You
That's-
might know
and
I'm
you are
there, but you might
small.
not know where I am. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
true.
okay.
Okay, so that'll lower the
Usually it
DC a
doesn't seem
bit, but with a 13, it's not enough. I'll say, seeing that, Valor, would you track that specifically, or you just focus on the group overall?
I'm just focused. Valor's just focused on the group, and as he's approaching, he'll recognize that, you know, he might seem a little bit, you know,
Little
scary.
scary.
So he'll like bend down a little bit and place the short sword on the ground and stop.
Okay. And Thomas, he would have seen that you have leapt up, but would not have seen where you've gone and landed.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to observe the situation. I'm not going to attack him now. He's put his sword down.
Could I ask, am I drawn to him the same way I was drawn to Bliss and Thomas?
What you would see with that is that and like I said, I'm going to call them specs for now. They kind of seem to pull from him rather than extending from you outward. So and what I'm envisioning is you kind of constantly see these flecks and tendrils and things on the, you know, just on the cusp of your vision always, you know, and then as they narrow in or tune in or hone in on something, they become way more prevalent. And in this case you see those and they kind of flutter, not surrounding or enveloping him, but almost, like I said, pulling from him towards you. Does that make sense?
I guess so. But then the sorcerer's magic makes sense if it only partially makes sense anyway. But in that case then, I already have like some trust towards him then. So I'm just going to lean on the side of their carriage and just sort of just calm down, everyone. I don't think he means anything by it just yet. Hear him out first. Just in a really lazy way. Like, I definitely don't want this to turn into something.
Thomas is thinking he's CIA.
He's not CIA, maybe FBI.
Open up. You need to
So-
scrap that now.
I need to check those
Bliss-
cards. Those crates.
Bliss will kind of open up the flap of his robe a little bit and whisper to Layla, Was it him?
And she has trembled. She's not at this point gotten a good look at him as she heard the big movements and the big burly man. But as she peeks just her eyes out, keeping her beak down, just enough to look out, she does not speak. She just shakes her head and quickly burrows back into your robes.
Okay, little one. We're gonna be okay.
Scary?
A little bit. Right, can Bliss sort of subtly cast a guidance on himself?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Whisper to the back of because I have no one next to me now. But to the guys in the back, I'm gonna whisper to them and I'm gonna say, is the gentleman stupid maybe, or he has backup of some sort? Who did this? What did this?
Well, I don't think he's a threat to us. So maybe he is stupid. We'll have to talk to him and see. I'll just glance over at him.
Yeah, d'accord.
I mean, he's covered in blood, so at the very least, he's unhygienic.
Bloody gentleman, you have dropped your sword. Oui.
Try to come in peace.
Oh,
Where are you headed?
Fendelin, monsieur.
Andalin, you say?
Oui.
I know this seems very weird of me to come out of the forest, but I haven't seen anyone on this road for quite a while before you. Is there a way you can find it in your heart to help me make it there myself?
What do you guys think? Do we let him on?
I think we should trust him.
I'm gonna roll that insight check.
Do it. And then roll your d4 as well, if that's what you're using guidance for.
I'm also gonna roll insight for sure.
Beautiful.
Let's see, I should be good at that. Nope.
In fact, I should roll perception to see if I can see anyone.
Absolutely.
From my
So a
position.
14 and a 15. Again, no basis of comparison. But the way that he lowered his blade and kept the distance while speaking to you, I believe being mindful in the tone and pitch of his voice so as not to come off as aggressive or threatening. There's nothing outwardly nefarious or malicious about him. He is definitely an imposing figure, and the bloodied face mask is a little suspicious at best. But there's nothing in the way his eyes meet yours. There's no faltering in his voice and no shifting or squirming in his posturing or body language that gives any kind of nefarious indications. With a 20, God, these rolls are great so far. With a 20 on your perception,
I do not see anything, I don't imagine.
no, there's nothing else.
A shout down from the tree. He's not brought a party with him, he's fine, I believe. He's alone.
Baylor, is how far away is this is he from me?
So the tree line was 10 feet, and then you went up into the tree, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so he is 10 feet from the cart, and then at least another 10, probably a little bit higher than that, up in the tree.
So you whoever wants to see, like, Valor is literally freaking out. He normally is quite perceptive of things. but this definitely took him off guard. And he'll kind of maybe fall down on one knee and put his hand on the hilt of his sword as he's looking around for this voice.
Sir, if I may, could you calm yourself? And maybe a little help getting down, that would be useful as well. If your intentions are truly as good as you say they are, of course.
He said, calm your tits and make yourself useful.
He, Valor will kind of stand up and hold out his arms. Come, jump.
A bit closer together, I'm not the largest of people. I sort of hop down into his arms.
It's beautiful.
You're pretty small, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty small. Like
Okay. He'll probably catch you in one hand.
I mean, I don't think he's that small in
Okay.
comparison.
Like a small child.
Yeah, roughly like the size of a halfling-ish for comparison, or like you said, a small child.
He said 3'7", right?
What was that?
He said 3'7", right?
3'7", yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't really know, like, that's small, right?
And I feel like this is just because it's fun. It's beautiful. It's as like graceful as that scene in Dirty Dancing where baby is lifted into the air in the water, and it's just glorious, but like reverse. So rather than being lifted, you're being caught. But it's a beautiful moment.
Lion King, Lion King.
I didn't mean to grace your after. My apologies.
I turn to him as I'm holding his hands. Well, hello. And your name is?
My name is Valor. Valor Grave Mendor.
Ah, it's a pleasure to meet you, Valor. I'm Thomas, by the way.
Thomas. That is
Thomas.
a very, very nice name.
Yeah. What's with the blood, if you don't mind me asking, mister?
With that, he kind of shudders a bit. That's a story for another time.
Sympathy comes over Thomas. I understand, don't worry. Come on, to the cops. But I don't loop down, I'm being carried.
I love it.
As
Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No.
And you did pick up your sword, Valor?
He would pick up the
Okay,
sword
I will
and sheath it.
so we can...
Beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful. Just a fun reminder that I do keep track of that. So I would hate for you to come into combat.
It was
like,
in here.
I take
was
my
waiting.
sword, and I'd be like, no, you don't.
No way I'm forgetting that thing.
Okay.
Okay. Are you joining them on the cart, Valor, after you gingerly set Thomas back down? Or are you just
How
going
much
to...
weight can this ox carry? Did I push them over the weight?
Yes. Because it would be carrying you and pulling the cart. It can do one or the other.
Could I help pull the cart?
I mean, if you wanted to. Is that what you're wanting to do? What is your push and pull? Let me see. Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to, you could. I mean, you could even put the ox on the cart and let him have a break if you wanted.
I don't think this cart can pull us all. What are all your other names? The big cat-like thing. What is your name?
Well, hello there, Mr. Valor. My name is Bliss, and I have with me here my little feather friend, Layla. Layla, would you say hello to this Mr. Valor?
She squawks in raspberries and remains within your robes.
She's a little bit shy. She's had a rough week, but you'll meet her eventually.
That's okay. I know I look the way I look, so that's okay.
Yes, I do think a bath would be the first thing of call when we get to our location.
I can help with that now if you want. And I'll use prestidigitation to remove all the blood and clean him up a bit.
Oh, good. Francois, I was thinking you were going to bet the gentleman.
You'll see Valar kind of put his arms up over his mask, fielding the water from his mask, but he'll allow you to clean
I understand what he means. I'll avoid his mask.
What does your prestidigitation look like as you cast this?
It looks really, especially to Francois, it looks really wrong. Like, magically, as it's sort of trying to get all the, like, dirt and grime off him, it's a sort of stream of almost inky, like, matter coming from him, floating off of him and not really working the way that, like, physics should work on it. Like, the more you look at it, Francois, the more you hate it.
Are you excited, or is that just me?
I continually use minor illusion to create sparkles.
I love glitter.
like small fireworks, right? Wherever whatever the fuck he's doing. Like it's nicer, I don't know.
So pretty.
Embellishing it.
Yeah.
So are you trying to prevent the mask from being cleaned, Valor? Okay.
I'll see what he's doing and avoid cleaning his mask specifically.
Beautiful. Now in my mind, I'm picturing like everything else on him is like completely spotless, like not a speck of dust, dirt, grime, nothing. Like Mr. Clean, shiny, bald head, and then just this bloody, grimy mask.
And fireworks, when they go near the mask, they fizz out. You know.
Yeah. For flavoring, because I am excited about glitter, there will be a little bit of glitter in your beard and just on the edges of your mask, Valor. It's shiny and it's beautiful.
And maybe for flavor, as Valor goes to kind of shield himself, he may knock the mask a little bit, and those close, you can dictate that, Denali, but some of them will see the gash on my neck.
Is everybody paying attention to all this going on?
I have to be, considering I'm actively using magic on him.
Yes, I figured you and Francois both would be.
There's black smoke and fireworks and a bloody face. Yes, this is the
Beautiful. I thought so, but I've learned to always ask rather than assuming.
Yeah, for sure.
So as he is moving his arms, you see as he kind of pulls them back down, the top of his wrist kind of brushes away at the beard and the mask covering his lower face. And let me see real quick, because it's just a split second. Okay. Sorry, the number. I rolled 69. Best number ever.
Good number.
Right behind natural 20.
Yes. You get a good glimpse, though it is quite quick. And it comes down most of the way, correct, Valor?
Yeah, it's like it starts here and it comes down
To like right here?
Yeah, like right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you would see is a deep cut. It appears to be in the process of healing, but is not yet healed. And because it is so quick, you don't see how high up it goes or how far down it continues, but there is a deep gash. The edges have kind of, rather than being that fresh splayed flesh, they've kind of hardened on the edges slightly, and you can see, especially as the prestidigitation takes place, the fresh blood quickly evaporates before it is covered again with his bearded mask.
Oh, the gentleman seems a bit injured, no?
Well, not really surprised that somebody carrying a sword is injured to some degree.
Aren't you just clever?
Yes, I am.
So as this is happening, is he putting? He's standing behind the cart? That's it. Is he still holding the? Oh my God!
Aragon?
Yeah, the bunny in his arms.
No, he's down. You guys have already been in the cart.
Yeah, pop
Baylor's trying to figure out if he's gonna pull it or what.
Okay.
And Thomas, I'm going to send you a message really quick, too.
Okay.
Can you give me a quick medicine check, please?
Me?
Yes.
Oh god, I'm dying.
You caught the death.
Oh, I'm dead, see. Told you.
Okay. Then this will be much easier to send.
D20 damage. Yeah, that's fair enough. I understand.
That will kill every single one of us, especially me and the wizard.
Yeah, I think the 69 was the damage that she rolled.
Yeah.
That's it.
Why
20
did
feet
that
radius.
shield?
Oh man.
Okay. I think what we will do at this point, if you guys are okay with it, is take a quick break, refill drinks, go potty, all that good stuff. Sorry, I'm so used to saying potty from the fucking kids. Do you guys want to do a 5 or do you want a 10? 5?
Whatever, 5 is fine. Yeah.
All right, we'll be back in 5.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys load up on the cart. We have Francois up front. We have Thomas. Are you on the ox?
Yes, I'll be on
Okay.
the ox.
I am going to have to use a horse token because Fantasy Ground does not have ox tokens. So.
Oh
no.
Yes.
Oh no.
Sacre bleu.
Sacre bleu.
Sacre bleu!
All right, so I am going to share a map with you guys, but we are still going to theater of the mind for a little bit. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. So just ignore the horses on there for a bit. But this will
Oh,
be...
kind of cut is that?
Yeah.
Definitely not a goblin.
Definitely not at all.
Oh,
and the wizards, like with Fantasy Grounds, they like will literally name all of the maps. Like, oh, this is the boss fight room, and I'm like, why do you put that on there when my players are gonna see it? And it's a lot of it. Like I can change the top part where it says map 1.1, definitely not a goblin ambush, and so I'll change it to trail encounter or trail map or whatever. But when they put it right up on the top corner where you see that it's a goblin ambush, I'm like, whatever. So that
This is
peace of
where
mind
James
of knowing that
betrays
it's not. Yes. Okay. So you guys will be able to move your tokens once we get going and everything like that. Did you guys want to get to know each other a little bit more before we start getting down into the nitty-gritty?
Any of you guys got any rations? The big guy looks like he could eat, huh? You eaten? Sorry, have you eaten, Fela?
I could use some food.
Ah, don't worry, I won't be stingy like these guys. And then I hand him one of the rations I was given. Sorry.
Thank you.
So, as I turn around and I see that, I imagine I'm going... Am I going in front? Like, how are we? We're still on the cart?
I was just like throwing over to him.
Throwing over to him. I got it.
Yeah.
Yes. As I see that, I look at the bunny right next to me, and I take, with one hand I'm riding the ox, right? And with my other hand I take out the panties from my suit, and I tell him, well, since we're all sharing, and I just put it over here.
Wait, what? I'm on the ox. I'm on the ox. No. Francois, you shouldn't have.
It's most exquisite.
Oh, romantic, I see.
Oh, oui. Do you want to see a picture?
Of course.
So, what does Esmeralda look like, Francois?
She looks like a playing card.
Yes, Esmeralda looks like the typical. It would be somewhere like, I don't know, either maybe after conquistadors in like South America, but it would be definitely like a South American wife. When it comes to temperament as well, she gets angry really quickly. She's really jealous. Marks her territory, and she's just stunning and beautiful. She has that brown skin, very plump lips, beautiful long wavy hair. She's just, very, she's just hot. She's like an 11 out of 10.
Oh.
Respectfully, the bitch is banging. Give me just...
Yes.
Esmeralda is wow.
Yes, your bitch be popping, as they say. Yes, quite.
D'accord, I have heard of that one, oui.
I prefer people. Actually, no, I do quite like tall ones too.
Isn't everyone tall by your standards?
Exactly.
You love tall people?
Well, As observed by our astute friend over there, I do like tall people. Because most people aren't.
I will take you to a special place if we ever get to Baldur's Gate. The tall people, Goliaths even, if that is what you call.
Not currently on the market, but thank you.
D'accord.
And it
Francois
seems-
knows. Our friend told me, you know how they say.
It's okay, Francois. You must really admire Esmeralda.
Oui. She was the love of my life for the whole 3 days.
3 days.
Oui. You know what they say about love? It's like an explosion. You get injured, no?
I can imagine.
Oui.
Focused on my personal relationship. But yes. I can
Oui? Monsieur has a certain someone?
Devotion, more like.
Oh, devotion, like a god?
Yes, of course.
Oh, mon Dieu. You see, monsieur, that is love.
Nothing can become between a man and his god.
Devotion. I'm just gonna look into the sky a little bit as I'm thinking about that word. That's a good one. You know, Francois didn't remember that, so he's like, man, how did I miss this?
Like the devotion you spent in those 3 days. So beautiful.
Oui, the worship, so to speak. Oui?
Oui. Oui. So.
Quick perception checks from everybody, please.
Oh no. Is this for the goblins from the not goblin man?
What? That's not an ambush. It says it right there.
Hold it.
Okay.
Say.
Oh, well, first natural one as well.
I mean, to be fair, I did assume I was half asleep in the carriage, so it makes sense.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, you're tired. You walk for like 15 feet.
Yeah. He walked longer than your devotion to Esmeralda.
What?
Nothing more beautiful than that.
Okay. I'm writing that down. Okay.
Okay.
It's going in the players' union for sure.
I'm gonna have a major complaint.
Bliss, you would hear it before anybody saw anything. As you guys have been traveling for a decent chunk of the day at this point, kind of streamlining just a little bit, the road starts to bend a little bit, and as the woods begin to press closer to the trail, you see that there is a steep embankment on either side, with dense thickets atop the 10-foot-high embankments. You hear what sounds to be the clopping of hoofs, not that of the ox that you are traveling with, but something else up ahead. Very softly, and I don't know if my mic will pick it up, you hear a that didn't pick it up, did it? It's like the
It did.
Okay, good. Perfect. And another clap. What you would see as your attention is drawn to that, and Valor, you would see it as well as you guys start to turn this little bit of a curvature in the road. You see that the trail itself is almost littered with arrows. There are scraps of torn cloths of sorts, and 2 horses in the middle of the road, kind of meandering amongst the remnants of whatever has taken place here.
Fire. Start reaching it.
You haven't seen it yet. Right now, Bliss and Valor are the only ones that have started to spot this.
Sorry.
No, you're quite all right.
So, appears that there's something in the road up ahead, perhaps a battle.
It's not
I've
the
I've heard stories of slavers these roads.
If anyone's getting enslaved, it's them.
let's not be too hasty here. But yes, be on guard.
May I possibly
Perhaps
Sorry, go ahead.
perhaps someone should scout ahead and take a look.
I mean, I could hop into the tree line or something. I don't know.
I'm still asleep.
Can the small kenku bird maybe fly?
Oh no. The kenku are flightless birds.
Yeah.
They only are bird-like.
Hmm.
And at the
That's
mention
all.
of slavers
But,
and something taking place, Layla has burrowed even deeper into, trying to climb into you at this point. She's kind of nestled between your arm and your side, almost like in the crook of where your elbow would be, and you feel the tremblings upon the mention of those words.
Okay, so Bliss is going to hop down off the cart and walk up ahead where Thomas is by the because Tomas, you're on the ox, right?
That's correct.
And say, Layla, would you mind just spending a moment with Tomas? And I'll hold Layla up for Tomas to take.
Tomas will look, and I'm not sure how well I'll be able to fight with, but I shall take her. I mean, she's feathered like the goddess.
Bliss feels an affinity towards other animal kin.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
I'll take her.
I think I'm gonna scout up ahead a little bit. Would anyone care to join me?
I will. Maybe we each take a side.
Good plan.
I like this idea already. I will keep watch. D'accord.
I think I should let the sleeping man up there look after her.
Mm.
I'm only joking.
Yeah, no, pass her around to someone else. That's a good idea.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I won't do that now.
And
But I will tell her to hold on tight.
she absolutely does. She takes a moment to kind of like check out your clothes and is kind of like looking for a place to burrow in and hide. But seeing that you your clothes are a little more form-fitting and not as loose, quickly gives up and just burrows the beak and front of her face under your arm and is like clinging to you like a little koala.
I will extend my top hat to Thomas and nudge him with it. Yeah. Take this.
Mad Hatter. Would you like to come under here, madam?
Holding a top hat out to a rabbit, just, oh, I love it. So at this point, you guys will be able to move your tokens on the map. Just click and drag. What I will have you guys do as well, on the right side of the program, and sorry, I'm going to be back and forth getting my kids situated real fast. The top option of tool, you'll drop that down, and the top left corner with the 2 cross swords, click that and you'll get a pop-up. That is our combat tracker. So once we roll initiative at any point, obviously not now because this is not an ambush at all by any means. Um,
Mhm.
then you'll see your turn order on there, as well as any NPCs who are actively in combat with you. So that'll show. I mean, you guys know how initiative works. You absolutely can if you would like to. Okay. Doing this
Gotcha.
openly.
I mean, are we talking about like full smoke or?
That's up to you. And which
Yeah,
ways
why
you'd
not?
like
I
to
think
do it as well.
Francois
I'm sorry,
seems like
I didn't hear. I can't hear.
Oh, he had sent a player message, and I was answering out loud, and then kind of just working out the specifics.
Francois is a bit of a libertine, I reckon. I think you shall see no issue with it.
Okay.
Yes, I pull out some incense and start a small fire and start to huff it. And I say to Francois, for passion, essentially, and breathe in the smoke.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And I begin to find myself in a trance-like state, but focused.
I will give you an option here. Do you want this brief description to be above the table for all to hear, or do you want to keep it close to the pocket?
I'd say Francois. He can see this because I'm doing it in front of him.
Okay.
Okay.
So what I'm about to describe, you do not, nobody else would see this. Francois, which you see as the others are either chilling in the back of the cart or have begun to spread out to investigate the area, is that as Thomas begins to inhale, his eyes kind of glaze over just slightly, but there's an alertness that is still there underlying, just on the cusp of being overpowered. And he becomes almost, like he said, like a trance-like state, almost catatonic.
So I saw a little bit of a fight in him. Struggle.
Not so much a struggle. You can roll insight on this if you would like to.
Yes. There we go.
Yeah, you
Two,
have
three.
no idea what's going on. He started, inhaling this and got a little glossy and appears to be trying to be aware, but not really sure. He doesn't look like he's fighting or resisting anything, but this is
Okay.
this is a new thing for you. At
I'm
least
gonna lean
in this
over.
fashion.
I'm gonna lean over. I'm gonna look at him straight in the eye. And I'm gonna say, Thomas, this is no tobacco. Oui.
No.
Well, I think Francois shared with you. It is your turn to share with Francois. Oui.
This is a religious sacrament.
I did not mean to offend. No.
Maybe one day. It can be.
Maybe. Who knows?
How about a glass of wine when we get to the town,
I know the best wines in the world, farther than Baldur's Gate. D'accord, I will take it.
Of course. I'm sure you do.
Play a message. Sorry, guys. So for you, Thomas, as this conversation begins to take place, it momentarily starts out normal. Francois is charismatic, devoted self. But as it continues, and JJ, if you unlock it, you can correct it from there. I'm not sure what happened with that, but it'll be an easy fix. His words start to slow and kind of spread, almost as if he is speaking in molasses, if that makes sense. This isn't tobacco. And it lasts for just a split moment as the effects take hold, and your vision of the world darkens ever so slightly. Oh, little crouch goblin! Hi! So cute! Hi!
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
Um, and the vibrations of Layla's tremblings kind of cause it's almost like that like drifting feeling when you're starting to fall to sleep and your body kind of feels like it's swaying. It's like that, but a little more powerful as she's trembling strongly in your arms.
What do I see as like an aura, a sort of around Francois, if I may?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I'm just laying down like a little bit of blueprint. You can edit, add, correct, whatever it is that you want.
Okay.
What you would hear next is distant caws, seemingly sourceless, coming from within the tree lines on either side. And in a split second, there's a burst of ethereal feathers that comes from. Let me see. Not quite the central point of the tree line on both sides.
Brother Francois, you should prepare yourself.
Okay.
So,
Ready. For what?
If you have a feeling we're not alone.
I didn't hear you.
I have a feeling we're not alone. Later.
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh. Okay. Wait for DM to come back.
You guys can continue role playing. I'm making some ramen for my daughter really quick. I'm just getting it poured and mixed.
Got it then.
And you guys can ask questions and all that stuff, do rolls, and just tell me what the results are.
Sure.
I was
just
going
go back.
to like
Go
stealth.
ahead.
I was gonna stealth into the tree line to out ahead.
Okay. Go ahead and roll stealth for me, and then go ahead and position your token where you would like it to be.
And I have on my character sheet in Fantasy Grounds this armor not proficient, but I don't have any armor on.
Yeah, because you've got your unarmored movement and everything, right?
Yeah, but so like when if
you
rolled a
add
stealth check.
If you go to your armor, if you go to inventory, did you take the gold or did you take the starting equipment?
I took the gold.
Huh. And I don't know.
You haven't accidentally equipped any armor somewhere?
I'm coming back.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
To check.
I don't know.
Well, I have a robe on. Let's see if I
But
if
that
I
shouldn't
unequip
do
that.
anything to.
This robe.
Let's see.
Oh, it turns out I've been wearing plate this whole time and I didn't realize.
You see, we are back to male strippers, guys. Somehow it has found us. The man is unrobing himself. I'm just gonna say.
Let's see. Because you should have.
Thomas's eyes just like, it's not just his aura.
So there's no armor training with the.
Look at their tail. Hey, yo, what their tail do?
Wait, you didn't put the bird in a hat, no?
Yes, the bird is in a hat.
Oh,
Yes. Just
Okay, you should not have disadvantage. So that's.
I hope he doesn't shit.
I hope not to.
Both of us.
That
It's
will
fine.
be
I have
disadvantage. It's like
prestidigitation.
shit in my eye. Just rubbing down my face as I'm trying to fucking shoot.
We can sort it out later if you want. I can just roll a d20.
Okay. Or if you go down to the bottom where the advantage is, if you hit the advantage and then roll, that will negate the disadvantage. Because you shouldn't have that. So yeah, I'll have to play with the character sheet to fix that
I
for
have
you.
no armor, I have nothing.
And I don't see, I need to do a deeper delve, but I don't see anything on here that would enforce disadvantage.
Yeah, as you see, it says. Anyway, we can play with it later.
Yeah, let me make note of that and we'll get that taken care of.
Yep.
Okay, and then go ahead and you said you're going to go up the embankment or embankment to the tree line?
Yeah, so Bliss is gonna like take a deep breath, sort of center himself, and scoot into the tree line to the north.
Okay.
And as he's disappearing into the tree line, he'll say, "Don't worry, little one. I'll come back." To Layla.
I love it. Okay, so you can move your token where you would like to be.
I'm
and then-
uncovering the map. I have things on top of that. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
So
I'm taking the opposite side to kind of parallel him.
Okay. And then
yeah,
so
I'll
you're
go about there.
Okay. So where you are at there on the map that's the base. So there's a 10-foot high, like kind of like a slope essentially, that goes from the road up to the tree line itself. So where you're at right now is kind of in like bushes and brushes and things of that sort.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's the 10-foot slope for the embankment that goes up to the tree line. Did you want to stay there or did you want to climb up?
I can probably jump and get up
Okay.
with my height.
Okay, and my apologies. I thought I had mentioned that. So if I
No,
missed that, I'm sorry.
I'm good where I'm at.
Okay, beautiful. You're wanting to jump up
I'll
there?
get an advantage. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. The rest of us, Karan, you are big chillin' right now. Nobody's said, "Hey, wake up."
No, I'm just sitting here waiting until someone screams.
Okay. Francois and Thomas, are you guys staying where you are and watching, or what are you guys doing in this moment?
I actually thought he was awake.
No, I rolled a 1. I was asleep.
Oh,
We need to get him up. Sharon,
yeah.
First of all, Kara.
Kara. I'm
Second of all,
dyslexic.
it
I
was
do
complete-
apologize, Luke. Please.
All right, I'm up.
I don't want you to die.
I'll be fine. I have loads of health. No, I'll still just be leaning like at the front of the cart, like keeping an eye out, but I can't see anything yet. So
Okay. Let me get this changed. And then... So as you guys become aware that there may be something going on or that there may be others here, Bliss positioning yourself in the foliage. Let me do this really quick. Ooh, okay. Here's what we're gonna do just real quick. I'm gonna see what happens and then narrate it. This is 22. Okay, the next one.
Not the floof. No.
Okay, and then this one. Okay. So, Bliss, as you position yourself down in the foliage at the base of the embankment, you hear a as an arrow comes whizzing by you, penetrating the ground at your feet. As you turn to look, and actually this should not be fixed. Let me check that really quick. Okay, that's much better. Well, it's the same either way. You feel a sharp pain in your side as another arrow comes flying out of the tree line. I'm going to share them on the map and the combat tracker. You have taken 5 points of piercing damage. Let me share this one. Valor, as you jump up, you are quickly met by a goblin who's sneering at you. All of you guys hear this laugh as this goblin targets you. That is 5. Give me just a moment. As he raises his scimitar and slashes it at you wildly with an 18. As you take... Why is this... Hold on, that should not be fixed. Give me just a second, guys. So sorry. Okay, we're gonna roll instead. Okay, beautiful. 5. As you take 5 points of slashing damage from the scimitar. I need initiative rolled from all of you, please.
Woo!
Let's go.
That's like the worst sneaking ever.
Initiative.
It's only because they've been lying in wait and heard you guys coming up.
That's all good.
Main. That's what.
So it did this disadvantage thing again.
Fucking 5 is my half
It
HP.
should
What the
not be
fuck?
doing that. Okay.
Can we just go like 16 plus 4?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or do you want me to
that'll
re-roll?
be no, that's fine. That's completely fine. I hate that it is.
Well, but you know what? That's not fair because that's like advantage. That's not a good idea. That's not
Okay,
fun.
then go ahead and hit the advantage button and roll again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Right
right in the
there.
middle.
Oh,
There you go.
sorry, that's me being dumb.
19.
Yeah.
Damn.
Not bother. Let's go.
25.
Okay.
Okay. So as you guys hear the laughing coming from the tree line, you see kind of poking out from the tree line and becoming visible, weapons drawn and ready. Most of them. So Goblin 5, they all have scimitars and short bows, but Goblin 5 and Goblin 13 have the scimitar readied. Let me put that on here so I don't forget. The rest of them have short bows drawn and ready. As they sneer down at you. Ah! They fell into our trap. Ah! Top of round 1 is Thomas with Bliss after.
Right. I think. Is it how much is square feet is each square?
5.
Each
Oh,
square is 5,
okay.
yes. And you guys can move diagonally. You guys, if you guys are all kind of lined up together, you can move between allies without taking a double movement speed, as long as your allies are willing to kind of like scooch out of the way a bit. You cannot squeeze diagonally between an ally and an enemy. And then again, we don't do flanking at the table.
Am I able to?
Yes,
Is it-
ma'am.
I can run 30. Or I can. Or do I need to jump?
If you're wanting to get up there for melee, you would need to jump or climb up there. You can see all of them in the tree line.
Yeah. I think
Can
I'm
you
better just jumping into a tree. Yeah. What were you going to say? Sorry.
Yeah, really quick, Denali, can you change the combat tracker to show our wounds and all that?
No.
How much health do you have, Liz?
4.
Oh, my boy. Damn.
It's fine. They're just goblins. Just kill them.
These are 2024 goblins. Yeah, JJ, I'm taking care of that right now.
I guess I'll jump over to this one for melee range. I'm gonna go for. I think. Hopefully, I won't regret that. and I have 2. Wait, where is it?
Click on your portrait at the top.
Yeah. Inventory.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm forgetting that we are new and was fixing that too. So when we are in combat, you can use control and then left click the target, and you can do that either on the map or on the combat tracker. You just want to make sure that you've selected your token first, and then you can control left click. So when you target something, if you're not sure, you can always ask. But you can also on the combat tracker where your name is, once you have somebody targeted, it will say you have so and so targeted. And then of course from there for attacks, your action tab is the space to go.
And
Wait, so
just to clarify,
Mhm.
Wounds is the number of hit points that you have been wounded.
Correct.
Is that correct? So
Correct.
okay, all right. Tomas, you're up. Sorry for interrupting.
No, it's okay. So I've got pointers minimized when I've left. Is it left? Was it?
Yeah, control
Control
left
and-
click.
Yeah, control left click, and I've got close window, pointers, minimize, view.
So
That's my fault, I think. Yeah,
there it is. You've got Goblin 12 targeted. Oh, now it's gone.
that's my fault. I clicked
No,
again.
you're good. You're good. So yes, he is now targeted, and he sneers, kind of shocked and surprised as you leap up with your cute little cotton butt. He's quite impressed with the leap that you have made.
Okay. I go to strike him with a. Oh, I have a rapier. Do I have a short? Oh, it's just short bow. Yeah, I go to strike him with my rapier.
Beautiful. So to do the attack on the action tab, you'll see your weapon, and to the right of that, you'll see the +6 box, and you should be able to single click. It might be double click now.
Actions.
Yeah.
On the very right hand side. There.
Yep. Sorry.
Nope, you're quite all right.
Yep. Double click.
Okay,
And-
so it is double. Okay. The +6.
Yeah, I am clicking badly. As my witness.
Okay, then try clicking
the red one next to it.
click the sword next to it. They've changed that. Then click the sword to the left of that.
Oh,
My
I did
apologies.
2 by accident.
That's okay. We'll take the 14. Unfortunately, that is a miss. As you go to swipe at him with your rapier, he quickly.
Should it be a? No, it's not. 'Cause it's not.
No, 'cause it missed
yeah,
anyway.
sorry, glad. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
No, you're quite all right. He quickly dodges out of the way and sticks his tongue out at you and kind of taunts you. You fight terribly.
I missed.
Any further movements or bonus actions for you, Head?
Can I hit with the dagger?
Yeah,
Is that-
absolutely. Yeah, you can offhand attack. It will not take your modifier, I believe. I've been brain farts. I don't know if they changed that in 2024.
There you go. I hit 18 with the dagger.
I'm trying to just double check because I think I don't know if they changed it in 2024. Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Will that be with the nick from Dagger?
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Random bullshit. Whoa.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the 18 does hit. You will roll damage, but it negates the modifier to it, so it'll just be the straight D6 or the D4.
D4.
Yeah.
And then, are you using Nick?
Snake you again?
Nick is the weapon mastery that lets you make a bonus attack. An attack with a bonus action on a weapon that has Nick. I was trying to find the weapon mastery sheet. I think I sent it to Jay at one
Wait,
point.
so I can attack again with it?
I think you posted it here as well.
Maybe.
Let's
I've put it
see.
somewhere.
Weapon
Yeah,
mastery.
so-
Yeah, it's pinned in our channel.
Yep.
So I can't find it.
You can do it if you have 2 daggers. You attack with one, and then after that with another.
it's light weapons and they have to be different. So you do your main attack with one,
Yeah.
and then you can do a bonus action with a different light weapon.
And
So it's just if that was my
But
name.
you get to take the bonus action attack during
as
your
part of your
main
action.
action.
Yeah,
So your
so-
bonus
Yeah.
action is still free.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you
so,
can't you can't attack again with a bonus action unless you have the dual wielder feat.
Oh, okay.
So you've got the
Yeah.
dagger attack, but nothing else then.
Okay. Yeah. So does that? So I do 3 damage, right?
Yes, so 3 damage.
But if you want to like disengage or I guess you don't have that yet because we're level
No, it's still level 1.
Give me the shitter, boys.
I said,
Eventually, you can do more with your bonus action, but right now we're all terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
yes.
That's the fun of it. I don't know what that voice is. I'm so
I
sorry.
miss the goblin laughs at me and I go, in my head, his little nose twitches.
Well, fuck you then. Rabbits throwing hands.
And as he takes the 3 points of damage, that's a little better.
I'm gonna wipe that smirk off your face.
That brings us to Bliss with Goblin 22, and then Valor.
All right. So Bliss will so I know there's this embankment here. Can I throw a net at Goblin 12 at Goblin 12?
Absolutely, you can.
Or would I have to be up the embankment to do that?
No, you could throw it. The DC will be a little higher. We're going to treat it like half coverage, essentially. Not quite half, maybe quarter coverage. Actually, no,
So-
he has to make a dex
so
saving throw,
it's-
so it'll be fine. Yeah.
All right, so Bliss will go oof at the arrow and wince in pain at the arrow protruding from his floofy side. And will use his action to throw a net at Goblin 12, which I think then Goblin has to save against, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And that's a DC. The DC for that is, I wrote it down. I want to say it's 14.
Yes.
Done.
And then what I do at my tables when it comes to saving throws based on a spell or something like this that you guys are doing, I allow you guys to do that roll. So you should be able to target the goblin and then use the use power button on your character sheet. If not, then we'll manually roll it. But that way it adds a little more
Okay, so-
fun and excitement.
Okay. So targeting the goblin, and then use power net throw.
Okay, let's see. Bring him up to 12. Okay.
But it didn't roll. Do you see it? It like came up the thing. It says throw net, but it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll click the dice to roll.
Okay. Okay, with a 14.
Meets it, beats it.
Beats it, yes. So as you go to throw this net up there, it catches him off guard as he's swiping away the blood from the fresh wound from Thomas, who is giving you a look that very much says challenge accepted. Thomas, you see this net come flying up, falling just short of where the goblin had been standing as he kind of does a sidestep.
Oof. That's a yikes
And,
from me.
All right, now I'm going to see if I can count squares correctly here. And for my movement, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. Okay. So Bliss is going to scoot up behind Tomas and say, I got you, boo boo, and use his bonus action to grab Layla
Beautiful.
and tuck Layla back into his into his robes.
And she cannot get in there fast enough. And I wasn't going to say anything till it came up, but if a goblin had attacked at Thomas and rolled a natural 1, it would have hit Layla.
Oh,
Really?
all right.
So sorry.
And it's not just you, just
Good.
anybody. So just a fun heads up for you guys. Some more excitement
This
to look
is
forward
why
to.
parents shouldn't get high.
At least
Looking
not
at
while
you,
the kids
Jake.
are up.
And
To ask who has the cat. Oh,
and then retreat to. Is this one? I think that's one square.
Mhm.
Okay,
Beautiful.
that looks like it. Yeah. Okay. All right, and then retreat to there.
Beautiful. All right. That brings
Action, bonus action, movement, done.
Yes. I am so excited for this. Goblin 22, seeing what is taking place, is going to kind of reposition himself. And now, if he rolls a natural 1, he'll hit his ally instead of you, Tomas. As the others on the card have not made any moves, he's going to turn his attention to you. And there is a as he misses you with an 8 from his short bow. You feel the you feel the gush of air as it just whoosh right by you. And he kind of stomps on the ground and starts. Does anybody here speak Goblin? I don't think any of you guys do.
I don't know. I just decided to do it.
Depends. Like, I train her and we just pick it random.
Okay. Oh,
No.
you do speak Goblin. Are you? You're still sleeping though right now?
No, I was woken
You're
up.
awake. Okay.
yes, he was.
Oh, reference. Where are I?
So they're under abilities, and you do speak Goblin. So the rest of you hear, "Ah! Blah, 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 blah." Something like that. Karen, what you hear is, sorry, I hate this voice. It's just become canon that this is Goblin voices. Don't just stand there. Get them. Take their shit. Let's go. And that brings us to Valor with Karan on deck, with Francois after
Oh.
him.
Valor will look at this puny little goblin that just splashed him with a whatever weapon, and with his left arm free as a bonus action, he'll use favored enemy, which uses Hunter's Mark. So he will basically mark Goblin 5S or whatever.
Okay.
And then he will use his right hand with his short sword, take a slash at him.
That is a hit.
Is it supposed to be showing to everyone or just to you?
Just me. Is it showing to you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me fix that. Thank you.
Yes.
I know you like.
Yeah,
that.
I just like to keep it suspenseful, you know.
You don't like us figuring out what all the ACs are, huh?
Yes. But at least you guys know I'm not bullshit and stuff. Combat.
Okay,
let's
so with that-
see.
Then my Hunter's Mark force damage. There we go. 13.
Oh, very, very nice. Give me just a second to find this. Worst case, I'll figure it out after, and you guys will just see the result if it's a hit or miss. Why is this all... Try rolling your attack again. See if that one did it, please. Was it showing?
Yeah, it does.
It's still showing? Okay, I'll
Yeah.
figure it out later.
Yeah. Okay.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
So the 13, how is that looking?
Go ahead and give me a quick medicine check.
He's still up.
Yeah, he's still up.
And this is a free.
Yeah, this is you're wanting to kind of like see how he's pretty beat up. His movement has slowed down, his breathing has become a bit more labored. He's obviously got a large gaping wound from the attack that you had taken on him. But there's a fire in his eyes as they narrow down at you, and he begins to snarl, readying not his rapier, his scimitar again. So this dog has some bite left.
Okay. With my left hand now, I will sheath my scimitar for a extra attack with that as my action. Oh, come on.
Unfortunately, my dear, that misses.
Okay. Well, I'm dead here.
Right.
Can I slide down this thing without taking damage? I mean, I'm 8 feet. I could probably just hop down.
You could slide down, but it does provoke an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, if you want to
These
risk it for
goblins
the
is
biscuit.
crazy.
These.
Well, do you guys prepare your second characters?
Nah,
15,
no.
20, 25, 30. Okay. I'm doing that. I'm hopping down. You can take a
Okay.
attack.
And
Go ahead.
he will. Let me bring him up.
Is it gonna be a crit now?
Oh God, can you imagine?
We did, and we did, and we did, and we did.
So it is a 17. And before I do that, crit rules that I wanted to talk with you guys because I realized we hadn't talked about this before. At some of my other tables, well, I guess all of my other tables, we implement a house rule for crits that you guys can take and run with or not. And essentially what that is you roll the double dice as normal with a crit roll, but the lower of the two dice that is rolled is automatically shifted into the max of what it is. So if it's a d10 plus your modifier, and then you roll two d10s and you get a 7 and a 4, that 4 becomes a 10. So because I've seen people who have rolled double damage dice on a crit and gotten like double ones, and that feels bad when you have like a badass powerful roll. So if that's something you guys want to explore and play around with and see how you feel about it, we can. So if you are open to that,
How did you say it goes again? Can you just repeat it again, please?
so you would roll the double dice as normal,
Okay.
and then the lower of those two dice is automatically negated, and you get max die damage from the lower of the two.
Max die plus the bonus, or just max die?
Yeah. So okay. So say that you have a D10 and you crit, right? And it's probably going to hide it here, but I'm going to show you. So you get 2d10 because that's doubled on a crit, and then you add your modifier. So I just rolled 2d10, and then the modifier would be added.
Yeah,
What I rolled was okay. Yeah. So So okay, cool. So if you guys
that is the same rule I used.
Yeah.
You just said it differently, so it confused me.
Oh, okay.
It's the same. It's like one roll, and then the next die is automatically. We just did it. The next die is just automatically max damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's the same thing, but with rolling the die, like with the ones I rolled a 10 and a 2. So that would be full max damage on something like that. So you get a little extra with the possibility of having more damage with the double dice.
Yeah, but we can also get critted like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But early level and stuff like this, they're not gonna be out to kill you. They especially these guys, they'll take you unconscious and just rob your shit, and you'll wake up naked, alone, and afraid. Which might be worse than death.
It's okay.
My
I
God,
just
All right. So
I just have one picture
How
for
much?
you. Wait, there we go. Ah, there we go. Continue talking. It's all recorded. It's okay.
well, let's see. The players
Uh,
union.
Can I ask a question quickly?
Yes, absolutely.
You know my lucky feat.
Mhm.
Am I allowed to use that to cause a disadvantage on an attack roll that isn't on me, or does it have to be on me that I can use it to disadvantage?
Let me double check the verbiage on that. I believe it's
Good
just you,
question.
but let me see how much wiggle room there is in there. So just a moment.
There's bountiful luck, I think, is the one that you can use it on other people, but lucky
Well,
itself is only you, I think.
I can't say I didn't try then.
Yeah, it does specifically say against you. So, but that
Yeah,
is
fair enough.
worth.
I did nothing, but I at least get the credit for trying.
Yeah.
Yep.
What I will say, and I'll probably regret this later, is if you are in direct vicinity with somebody, say that you and Valor are right there next to each other, and Francois is the enemy, you can. I'll let you roll a d100, and we'll say 51 and up allows you to kind of like thwart it by causing a distraction or throwing yourself in front of it slightly to throw them
Okay.
off. And so if it's a 50 or below, then it's going to be as is, and you can't use that to cause the disadvantage. But if it's 51 and up, you can.
Okay.
Does that sound cool?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad we're recording because I need to write that down so I don't forget. Anything else for your
I have the
turn,
same feat.
Baylor?
It's a good question.
Yes?
How much damage did I take?
Oh, none. He missed.
You said a 17.
Oh, 17. I was looking at your 7. Sorry.
That's why I was talking about the
Was
disadvantage.
it 17 or not? Like,
Yeah, no, it was a 17. I saw the attack. I saw the scimitar attack from you and saw the 7. I was like, that doesn't hit. You take 4 points
okay.
of the slashing damage
okay, and I have to roll a con save
for your
to maintain
yeah.
concentration. I
Nice.
maintain that like crazy.
It's you got a paper cut, and we're like, oh, on it. Okay. Beautiful. That brings us to Karan with Francois on deck.
Well, it's too early in the morning to deal with this, so I would like to use my bonus action to trigger my innate sorcery.
Ooh. And what does this look like? Are there just tendrils and smoke everywhere?
All of like the inky stuff that was coming off me during the prestidigitation is just flowing around me. It really does look fucked up on my face. Like it sort of looks like I'm crying ink at this point.
Oh my god, I love it.
And I'm gonna take a shot at the goblin down there with where is it? Sorcerer's Burst. I'm going to like contort all of that ink into my hand, morph it into a ball of acid, and throw it square at him.
That is fucking wicked.
What's wicked is that is a 20.
Oh, yes. So now we will get to see that crit hit damage in play.
Let's go.
Wait, hang on a sec. I've just realised something.
Hmm.
You said that one of these dies, because it's going to be. Does this mean I'm rolling 2d8s, right?
So if you hit the damage button, the program will automatically do the dice roll for you, and then we'll manually modify the damage.
Yeah, but will one of them be maximized to 8?
Yes.
Then I get to roll 3 because it's Sorcerer's Burst.
Oh shit. All right.
Oh,
So do
shit.
that.
So that's a 7
Okay.
and an 8.
8. So that's going to be 15
Followed by
plus your
another
other
8.
8. So 17. Oh, very fucking
Okay.
cool. And that is to
You-
Goblin Warrior 1.
Does he kill the goblin behind him as well because of the blast?
17 points of damage. So what you see as you shoot for this clusterfuck of chaos and ink, it envelops and enshrouds after splashing onto the goblin, who is howling out and screaming in pain. And I kind of imagine like it's just eating away at him. And so you see bits of muscular sections beginning to be exposed as the flesh quickly sizzles away, and then in parts of that where you can see the muscular structure, even that begins to fizzle away, and you can see the bone structure underneath. And he is very much like Two-Face from Batman, and he will not stop screaming. Is miserable. And the movement becomes very, very slow and rigid. And you can watch, he is trying to continue breathing. He is still up, though barely.
Jeez.
What the fuck?
Honestly,
How much health do these things have? What the hell?
Above the table, they have 18 hit points.
No, don't tell us.
I have
Well,
8.
to be fair, I did just deal 17 damage. We should know
Yeah.
that they've got a hell of a lot.
I'm sorry, I got excited. I shouldn't have told. I apologize.
The goblins have he got hit by an Iron Man blast. What the fuck? No, it's okay. You know who lives through nuke? Cockroaches and goblins, it seems.
I did use my bonus action, but can I yell at them in Goblin, or am I done now?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a free action. Yelling and crying are always free actions.
Yeah.
I just want to yell, basically just to threaten them, just like, look at your friend. There's a hell of a lot more coming where that came from.
Give me an intimidation check, please. And I'm going to give you advantage because of the amount of damage that was just done from this
Okay.
scrawny
Look at his
little
face.
tired boy.
Yeah, let's go. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. You will see the results of that on their turns.
I'll flip them off and end my turn.
All right. That brings us to Francois.
Swat.
François. D'accord.
Follow that wizard.
Well, even though it's not so befitting a wizard, Francois is going to pull out a dagger from his suit and launch it at the goblin next to the bunny.
Please don't hit me.
Yeah, if you roll a nat one, it'll hit him.
Wait, I click on my guy and then...
And then control left click. Yep.
There you go.
Control left click on the
He
goblin
is
warrior
targeted.
and then the dagger, right?
Yes.
What disguise self do you have on yourself?
Yeah, I was just thinking that, like,
He's wearing so many fake mustaches.
disguise within a disguise within a disguise.
Yes. That is a hit.
That is a hit. That's good to hear. This damage is not great. Okay, 2 points of damage.
It's a Serbian disguised as an Englishman disguised as a Frenchman.
Do you know what this is?
All I could think of when
What
you
this is? I'm this close to being schizophrenic, like this close. And you guys are fucking with me.
I just thought of that scene from Tropic Thunder where he's like, I'm the dude, play the dude, disguised as another dude.
Exactly.
Next time I will just join as Boris and I will play like this. There's nothing.
Alright, so that is 2 points of damage to Goblin 12. Let me make sure that applied.
That's a whole.
Is he dead?
Goblin 12? Oh yeah, he absolutely dead from the 2 points of damage. No, not at all.
He's dead.
Only one is going to die from 2 points of damage.
But he is very, very upset as
God damn.
nets and daggers are being thrown at him. He got shanked by a little bunny. Like that insult to injury, it's very real.
Okay. Well, because of the nick feature and whatnot, can I use my bonus action to throw a second dagger? Does that work if you're a wizard?
I mean,
No,
would
Nick,
need the
Nick,
mastery,
you have
so
to use
no.
a different. You have to use a different lightweight weapon.
and you would have to have the
It's a
weapon
different-
mastery.
It's a different dagger.
Do
It can't do the dagger.
Weapon mastery.
let me see if wizards
Oh.
have that. I don't think they do.
I have no idea.
Yeah, but
Don't
you
get
could.
any weapon masteries.
Can't you just do? Can't you just make an offhand attack?
Yeah,
Just anyone
you
can make an
can do
offhand
that.
attack.
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can do that. Yeah. So the difference
Okay,
with
okay.
that versus Nick is that with Nick, the second attack becomes, rather than being a bonus action, becomes part of the attack action. So you still have a
Ah,
bonus
got it, got it, got
action
it.
for something besides another attack. So you can't make
Got it.
three.
Yeah, and I have to use a bonus action for an offhand.
Yeah.
Got it, got it. Okay, okay. I'll just throw my second dagger at him.
Beautiful.
Really demonstrating your magical prowess here.
Yeah, why? You should have started blasting.
Yeah. I
Uh,
lost both of my daggers, guys. That's what
Yeah.
I lost the dagger.
I would. My
Remember
second
to pick
attack
them
was
up.
supposed to have advantage
from
from Vex on the short sword.
Ah, now I remembered something, of course.
okay, that is good.
That's okay. We'll-
No, yeah, moving forward.
But your
yeah.
second attack hit, didn't it?
Yeah, but he
My
could have
first
crit
attack
fish.
hit. Proc Vex, and I should have rolled my next attack with advantage.
Oh, because the second hit missed or second attack missed. That's right.
Wait. I missed now with my 8, right? Or 7, what was it? 8.
The second attack with the 8 does miss.
Yeah. Can I use lucky to roll again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry.
I would like to do that.
Okay. Much better. That is a hit. So as you go to throw it, it feels a little bit off. So using your lucky feet, time kind of slows down and rewinds as the dagger comes back to your hand as you throw it again. This time on
Okay.
target. So you can roll damage.
I just roll a d4 because I get no modifiers, right?
Beautiful, correct. So another 2. Let me get that applied. Beautiful.
Yeah, I should have rolled damage from here, yeah. my bad.
That's quite all right. Any movement or anything for you, Francois?
I don't like where I'm standing. I will go like here.
Perfect.
Excuse me, what?
You got
I
this.
literally circle around them, going in the back, but walking backwards.
You
So
got
I'm gonna be
this.
like, you know, just a bit. I'm gonna just move it. That's it. That's my turn.
Beautiful. And what we will do is we'll finish out the round here, and then if you guys are okay with it, we'll wrap the session. That way, I think this would be a really good place to bring in Andy in next week, as he's been traveling as well, so we can bring him in amidst this to help even the odds a bit for you guys.
Oh, but he's not going to know how awesome that first attack was.
No, he's not, but you'll just have to do it again, huh?
I still have advantage. I have advantage for you as long as that sorcery is off.
Straight as up.
And speaking of advantage, Francois, with your... no, that's Silvery Barbs, forgive me. Sorry, I just got excited and had a brain fart. Ignore me. Goblin 12 is going to take his focus off of Bliss. He drops his bow and pulls out his scimitar. And he's going to target you. And... it was almost a natural 20. With a 6, misses completely, and begins grumbling and cursing in a language that is unfamiliar to you. That brings us to Goblin 13, who also has a scimitar. He is going to skid down 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No, he's going to stop right there. Readying an action, but that won't matter. 16 is going to skid down, taking aim at Baylor, being the biggest target that appears to be a threat to him. We're going
Thank
to
you, Beat
give
Shield.
you partial coverage because of the ox. I almost called it a horse. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. That's definitely a miss. Goblin 5. He is going to begin backing away from the injured goblin, sheathing his scimitar and pulling out his short bow. That ends his turn. definitely very, very scared. And then Goblin 1, still screaming and writhing in pain, begins to run into the dense forestry behind him. That will bring us to the top of round 2 and conclude our first session for the day. I'm going to end my stream. Those of you who are watching, thank you for hanging out. We will be back next Friday at 2 Eastern.
Okay.
Got it.